Hey y'all, it's Diane with Craft One and my old barn door. And today I thought we would play with our napkins, or the backs of our napkins. You know, these little pieces that you separate from your layer of napkin. And so I don't like for them to go to waste. So I always try to find things that I can do with them. And I'm a texture girl. Y'all know I love texture. So I get a double whammy out of these. So we're going to spray them and make them pretty, and then make some pretty tags out of them. And let me grab one and I'll show you. See? And I love how you get the texture in there. Let's see, I have another one. So see, you can get some really pretty tags out of them. And then I have this one, which is a little bit from the lighter napkin. So you can do a little bit of ink or a lot of ink, or whatever your preference is for whatever specific project that you're going to be working on. So let's get started. So we're going to move these out of the way. And I have this. It's just like one of those little cheap plastic cutting boards that you get from, I think I got it from, maybe this came from Walmart. This is what, it comes in a pack of 3, so I think Mainstays is a Walmart brand. So I just get these, and you can use them for all kinds of stuff in your craft room. And I think I paid $1 for all 3 of them, you know, for the pack of 3. So, all right, so we're going to take some napkin and lay it out. Okay, and I usually like to do several layers because the spray will go through to the back side. So I'm going to do 3 layers. And I'm just going to stack them one right on top of the other one. And I think with this batch, I'm going to use some greens and purples so that I can use them for my my botanical journal. Sorry, I didn't have all of my stuff pulled out, so I'm probably shaking the camera. So I'm just trying to pull out what I need to give me the colors that I want. Let's see. Okay, so I have, this one is Golden Leaves. This one is Golden Grape. This one is Dried Lavender. And this one doesn't have a whole lot of color to it, so you have to really spray with it. This one is Key Lime Pie. This one is Dragonfly. And this one is English Ivy. So I thought we would play with a few of these. I have one more that I wanted to pull out if I can find it. This is a Lindy's spray. The other ones are Tattered Angels, but this one's a Lindy's, and it's called Sweet Violet Purple Teal. So it has a little bit of blue and a little bit of purple in it, and it's really pretty. So I thought we could just start with those and see where we get to. Now, I usually like to start with the lightest one first, and this Dried Lavender is the lightest one that I have. So I'm just going to shake it up, and I'm just going to spray it. See how you have to kind of spray several times to get any color from that. And we're just going to spray it on our napkin. And I love the way it crinkles up. Okay, so you have to spray it several times to get some of that pigment. Alright, so we've got, that one was Dried Lavender. And then let's do a little bit of this Golden Leaves. I'm just going to shake it up. Make sure I got all my pigment mixed in, and then I'm just going to spray at random, and I don't want a whole lot of this because I don't want it to overpower, and I love it when it does the little droplets. Okay, I think that's going to be enough of that one. Alright, now let's do a little bit lighter of a green. It's more like a yellow green. This one's key lime pie. Okay, so we're just going to spray in some random spots. And I like this one because it kind of brightens everything up. Okay, I think that's enough of that one. Now, I want a little bit darker purple, so we're going to go with the Sweet Violet Purple Teal from Lindy's. Now, this one's really strong, so you just want to spray very little bits, and I love, again, hopefully y'all can see okay. I'm sorry, let me move the camera where I'm getting the whole thing in here. Sorry about that. Okay, maybe that's a little better. Okay, so I'm just going to do little bits of this one, just kind of randomly across. Ooh, that one was a big blob. Okay, so we've got that one, and then the last one I want to do is this dragonfly. It's a really pretty teal blue. So I just want to shake it up and get all my pigment. And then again, this one's, it's fairly bright, so we're just going to do little sprays of it, if possible. Whoops. Well, that was quite a lot more than a little, but that's okay. All right, now, I want to leave a little bit of the white in there because that lightens everything up. So we're going to stop there with this one. And then basically what I do is I either sit it to the side and just let it air dry. You can use your heat tool to dry it, but just be careful because it'll warp your, you know, your little cutting mat or whatever. So I think I'm going to go ahead and dry this one, and I'll come right back. Okay, so I've got this one dry, and I love the way it turned out. And then I'll show you what it does on the layers. So the layers, you get a little bit lighter colors, and you have a little more negative space, but I love the way it does that. And then this one, let me pull this out from under it because you can see better now and see that you get just very little. Now, if you want more color to it, you can always spray it more. I like having the 3 layers, you know, and having the different amounts of pigment on each one. So, we're going to sit those to the side because we're going to do some more, and I want to try a different way to do them because I know not everybody has ink sprays. So, we're going to try it with some paints and see how we can, oh, sorry, shaking the camera. See if we can get kind of the same effect. Now, I have not tried this yet. So, we're going to do it together, okay? So, let me grab some more napkins. Let's see. And put this one down. And then this one. And I love it because it still has, you know, you can kind of see the butterflies on it, which I don't know if they'll hold up to the ink or not, or this, you know, the paint. So we'll have to wait and see. And let's do one more layer. Let's do this one. Actually, this has 2. So I'm going to put these underneath because they're a little bit smaller, and that way I can make sure I get everything. Okay. There we go. All right. Where are we on our time? Oh, we're doing okay. Okay. So now, again, we've put it on our mat. And I'm just going to take a little bit of, I think I'm going to start with the lightest color, which will be this one. This one is called Deep Celery, and it's from Anita's All-Purpose. I'm not sure where these came from because they were given to me. So I'm sure you can buy them at a craft store or something. But let's try the lightest one first. And I need a little plate. I mean, you can put it on here, but if I just put it on a plate, it's just gonna clean up will be a whole lot easier. Okay, so I'm gonna put just a dab because you don't need a whole lot of paint. And then I'm gonna take my little water sprayer and I'm gonna spray some water. And then I'm going to choose a paintbrush and just kind of mix that pigment in with that paintbrush. Okay, looks like it's pretty good mixed. And then I'm just going to take this paintbrush and just kind of touch it in different spots on my napkin. Now, if you rub it, you're going to need to rub it gently or your napkin will tear. Okay. So we got a little bit of that. Now I'm going to take this darker grain. This one is called Basil. And we just need a little dab. Well, if we can get it to come out. There we go. And then I'm going to add water. And stir my pigment in. I think I'm going to like this color. I mean, I like this one too, but okay. There we go. I think we've got it mixed in pretty good. Okay, so we're just going to touch it all over our napkin. And I'm just going to do it kind of quick until we use up all of our pigment. Okay, I'm going to get some in the middle of these big blotches here. Alright, now let's go to, I think we're going to need a little bit more of that, the celery, the deep celery one. So let's go ahead and do a little bit more of that one. And the reason I just do a little bit at a time is so that I don't have all kinds of extra paint left over, you know, that I'm wasting. So I'm kind of mixing these two colors together. Let's see what we get. Okay, I think we got our pigment mixed in there. Okay, and I'm just going to wet my brush and just dab it all over my napkins. And it's okay to leave some white spots in between. And I'm just going to keep dipping my paintbrush till I'm out of pigment. Okay. Now, let's get some of this one. It's called Heather is the name of it. And I'm not worrying about cleaning off my paintbrush. Hopefully I won't make mud. We'll see. Add a little water. And then mix this together. That's kind of bright. I was kind of wanting a lighter purple. So what I'm going to do, Hang on a second. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit of white in here and see what that does. It might mess up, I don't know. The key is just to play and have fun. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, that's going to lighten it up some and make it a better color for me. Just get it all mixed in. And then we're just going to start dabbing it onto our napkin. Trying to get it in between spots. It doesn't have to be, you know, real bright or real heavy. Hopefully this is going to work with the paint. Like I say, I haven't tried it before, so we will see how it's going to turn out. Let's just get some in between. Don't forget your edges. Hopefully. I may be going off screen a little bit, sorry. Okay. Trying to decide if I want to mix some more, but maybe if I can just put a little bit of this color on the edge. See if we can get a little bit of this one in here. Because I don't want too much white space, but I don't want too much color either. Alright, let's go for this for now and see how we do with it before we keep going and get too much. So now I just need to dry this and I'll come right back. Okay, so now we've got it dry. So let's peel our layers. So this is the top layer. Let's peel them back very carefully because with the paint it's a little more sticky. So they kind of stick together a little bit and you don't want to rip them. See what we get. This is fun, y'all. I'm having fun with this. Alright, so we've got this layer that's kind of bright. This one's a little lighter. I like this one a lot. It's more yellow than the green that I wanted, but that's okay. And then we have this one. And then we had another layer underneath here. Let's see how much we got on it. Whoops. Tore that one just a little. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so there's that one. Much lighter. And then this one, let's take this out from behind it so you can see. So this one has lots of negative space to it. So we're going to have lots of fun playing with these. So there's two ways that you can do those, and I think what we'll do is just go ahead and end the video here so it's not super long, and in the next video we'll come back and we'll make some tags and maybe some pockets and kind of see what we can do with our napkins. Okay, so if you have any comments or questions, you can leave them in the comment box below. Get your inks and your paints and whatever. You can do this with watercolor. Seriously. If you have just a little cheap watercolor palette, you know what? Let's do one. Hang on. Okay, I've got some laid out here, and I've got this layered up pretty good. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers on here. So, but I found these little watercolor palettes at probably I think I got these at Hobby Lobby. And as you can see, I found this in the sales section, and it was $2.99. You know, originally $11.99. So, and then I can't remember. I think I paid maybe a couple of dollars for this one. So let's play and see what kind of fun we can have with them. Okay. Now I don't ever use this little paintbrush here. But I think I want to use this color and maybe a little of this. These are the purples. So I think what we're going to do is just, you know what, let's just start. And I'm just going to find a paintbrush. What did I do with my other paintbrush? Hang on. Here we go. I found it. Okay. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my water. You know what? Let's go with the lightest color first. I'm thinking this color here. So let's just spray a little water in there. Rub it around. Get us some paint on our brush. Okay. And we're just going to start dabbing. Random little spots. Probably have to keep getting a little more water. And you can make bigger areas if you want to. This is just a fun way to play and enjoy your stuff, you know, the things that you spend your money on and the things that you hate to throw away. Put them together and have a ball with it. I'm going to make my little spots a little bit bigger. I'll add some more water. We're just adding little spots here and there, and you can put as much or as little as you want. It's your fun time, and you do it the way you want to do it. Let's get a little more water. Where are we on our time? I think we're okay. Okay, let's try a different color. Let's try this purple here. Put a little water in there. I think we're going to need to do small spots of this. That's a bright purple. But I'll show you how to tone it down when we make our tags and stuff. You know, if it's too bright for you or whatever. And you can just put it in random spots. This one I don't think we're going to need very much of because it is so bright. So we're going to put less areas with this one on it. Get a little more water in there. Now you can use a jar of water or whatever, however you do your watercoloring. But you want it to have a good little bit of water in it when you're putting it on your napkin so that it goes through all the layers. Whoops, wrong one. I don't guess it matters if we mix it some. Okay, I think that's enough of that one. Well, let's just make sure we've got it good and dry. So we'll get as much of that pigment off of there as we can while it's still wet. Okay, all right, let's try one of these colors because I'm eyeballing this little green right here. I like that. So let's get a little water on there. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna really like that color green. Because that other one that I thought was green turned out to be more yellow than green. Okay, let's put a little more water. Mix that in. I'm not a painter, so, but I wish I were. I wish I had that talent, but I don't. So getting to do things like this is really fun for me because I can pretend momentarily. Because the whole point is just to have fun and enjoy it. I'm going to mop up around the outside of it too. Make sure I get that part. I do want to leave some white in there, but I have a tendency to overdo everything. I'm so bad at that. Okay. Where are we on our time? Ooh, we gotta hurry. All right. Okay, get a little more water. Trying to leave a little more negative space now because again I have a tendency to overdo and not leave enough. Okay, we're just going to get a little bit more over here on this corner. I think that's gonna do it. Okay, let's see how we turn out with this. Let me try it and I'll be right back. Okay, so we've got it dry. Let's see what we get. Okay, so we have this one, and this one I think is actually 2 layers. I may have to get a piece of tape and separate that one. So we have that one and this one. They're still a little wet, so I don't suggest doing that. But for video purposes. Woo. Okay, so there's that one. And then this one, which I think is 2 as well in here. I thought maybe I could separate it. Let's see. Yep. There we go. And it gets lighter and lighter the further down in the layers that you go. This one's still a little wet too. Okay. So we have this one. I really like that one. Then we have this one. I really love this one because it's got a lot of the negative space. And then Let me move this so you can see it better. Then we have this one, which has got a lot of white space, but I'm okay with that because there's lots of different things that you can do with these. So you can do this with your watercolors, with paint, with sprays, whatever you have on hand. So this one's watercolors. This one is the sprays. And this one is the paints. Okay? So lots of different things that you can do with this. We'll come back in the next video and make some fun stuff with these and see where we get with it. So hopefully you get your stuff out and play and have a good time with it and make you some pretty papers. You can actually collage with these. You can put them on your book pages. Lots of different things you can do with them. So we'll come back and play. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I hope you have a great day. Big hugs.